I heard that there's rumored to when the new Switch comes out, there's supposed to be two models that are going to come out, and one's going to be a cartridge model, and then the other one is going to be a digital model, just like the PlayStation and Xbox are doing. So again, all these are rumors. Mm-hmm. They could be wrong. It's just what we're hearing, so we figured we'd let everybody else know what we're hearing. It's supposed to be on the fourth quarter of next year.
So like the fall then.
Yeah, something fall. Like that. Fall 2024. I heard they're trying to do something similar to like the PlayStation gimmicks, like maybe a VR or haptic feedback thing they're going to try to do. Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a good week and a good weekend. What you guys been up to?
Just stealing some Nintendo games, emulators.
There you go.
Like that.
Don?
Just getting through the week. Trying to survive through this heat. Getting some work done here and there, some commissions. Yeah, not too much, not too crazy.
Nick, what about you, Nick?
Hanging in there, man. Still working on shit, and also playing some Atlas Fallen at the moment. Enjoying that for the time being.
Is that a really good game?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I don't see why. Like, it's got some good ratings on the game itself. I love the combat, and the story is kind of like boring a little bit. I don't really care for like the cutscenes and everything, like them talking, but I like the combat, and it's a nice game to play for like $50. You know what I mean? I think it's like $50 on PC or whatever the case is, or across the board. But it's not a bad game, And I think Immortals is coming out this week. I got that pre-order too, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, sounds good.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Don.
My bad. And I also seen Who Was Afraid too. That movie. I've been waiting for that movie all this year. Catch that. So that was a bizarre movie. I say that to keep it short.
Yeah, I did warn you, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I like it though.
All right. So we're gonna start our first topic. We're gonna start with Mario Wonder, and we're wondering why there's no online co-op. Honestly, that's one of the main things. Come on, guys. Come on, Nintendo. We on 2023, we should have online. I mean, you're making people pay $50 for a year for what? Just to play emulators that you can get for free?
Yeah, hold up. Actually, some guy was going at me on Twitter about this, talking about something. This is what they always been doing and some shit like that. Being a cuck basically for Nintendo. But that's the dumbest shit ever. I don't get why they don't have online play. Nintendo seems to think that I have friends. I mean, I have friends, but let's say if I was like a furry or somebody, a weirdo, right? If I ain't have any friends, if I don't feel like going outside or going bringing friends over and all that shit. Like, it's good to have local couch co-op and all that shit, but why don't we got online co-op? Doesn't make any sense.
I was wondering that too, but why is it just local? No.
Just like you say, Aaron, like that guy that whoever you were talking about said that they've been doing that for a long time, having local co-op shit. Like, okay, can we just get with some online shit for once? We got Splatoon, that's it, and Smash Brothers. But who plays Smash Brothers like that?
Let's not go that far. Plenty of people play that. I mean, I don't play it. No, I don't really care for Smash Brothers, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like, they can do it. Super Mario Maker 2 has online co-op, right? It has online co-op and competitive co-op. I mean, competitive multiplayer. So why they don't do it here is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like, they maybe they'll add it in a later date or something like that, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, this that'll do nothing but increase the value of a game. Like, you're already charging us $60 for a 2D Mario game that looks different enough, but who knows? Maybe, like, we don't know if it's even going to be worth the price. But, like, just why no online co-op is just such a Nintendo thing to do, honestly, and they're foolish in that regard.
I see they're sticking to adding certain shit at the end of its lifetime.
Of course, because that's what they do. Man, no one been calling them out on it, at least enough. But they've been doing it. Like you played like the Wii Sports on Wii Sports on the Switch. That thing had like 3 sports on it day one.
Oh
So can I how that like a sports collection when it only had like bowling, golf, and I forgot what the other one is. I'm not even sure golf is even tennis or something like that. Doesn't even have like all the sports. So like, but then they added it on in there later. But like I don't know. Like they're doing this whole release it for $60 now and add stuff later and all that stuff. Like
It
online, it sucks.
But yeah, Mario, it's like wow, yeah, that's a big thing. I'm thinking they may be saving it for the next Switch that's about to come out, saving it online for that maybe. I'm guessing.
Best believe they will sell as the Switch begins to wind down. Best believe they will definitely be selling us some of the end games onto the next console. Like I bet money that Tears of the Kingdom, Tears of the Expansion will be like will be a launch title, or at least ported to the Switch too.
They better not do that shit. I think the launch title should be Prime 4 for sure.
No, it'd be awesome if it was Prime 4. That'd be awesome. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking amazing if it was Prime 4. But I'll at this point, Prime 4 is definitely going to be on the next console. But I don't know. That'd be awesome if it was Prime 4. But no co-op is just ridiculous. I don't know why. Like, if I could give you an answer as to why they do that, I don't know why. But Nintendo does weird Nintendo things. You know what I mean? Like they charge you $50 a year for emulators that you can get for free, and that you can also run better on a PC.
Just saying.
But like, I mean, you're charging it for online, right? And then you're not like you're giving then you're like not putting online in certain games. You know what I mean? That would just be the best thing to put an online mode into it. You know what I mean? Like one of the main mechanics is co-op, right? Is to play together.
Mm-hmm.
So no online co-op is kind of just crazy. I just don't get it. I don't.
But just not only that you got to pay a whole bunch of money for their online, but their online is kind of trash. Like their connection is not good.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
I can't text my friends. I can't message them. Can't talk to them via voice chat. I do all that through a stupid phone. You know what I mean? A phone, by the way. A phone app is where I have to do most of that stuff from. And then what are you charging me for? And like charging me for basically nothing.
Right.
I've got to do it all through a fucking app.
Right.
And so I don't know, Nintendo 2 steps ahead, 4 steps back in some areas, man. It doesn't make any sense. The online just got them in the chokehold.
Yeah,
I can't keep up with Nintendo's online services. It's always something different with them. Their gimmick is having shitty online services.
That's a gimmick?
That's their gimmick.
I thought the gimmick was to be something like that enhances the overall package.
Nah.
That's a shitty online that enhanced the package. That's shitty online. Just like Nintendo. That's like the old Nintendo I know.
Exactly.
At least give us discounts for like games that are online or something.
Their games never get discounted. This dude was in the comment section of Twitter arguing with me about they get discounted. You just got to go on the right website. Motherfucker, it's not discounted on the actual eShop. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Yeah, that's the whole point. The hell? Like, why do I got to go to some foreign ass website to get 10, or not 10, maybe be more realistic, $2 off of Mario Kart 8?
Mm-hmm. And then their first party games are never on sale on their eShop. It's always the third parties that are usually on sale.
Remember,
and if they do have sales on their first parties, it's games that've been out for like 20 years.
Yeah. It's like they're like them putting on discount Mario Kart 8. Like, bro, what? That game's been out since the Switch been alive. The fuck?
Exactly.
The hell?
I've been trying to get Bayonetta 2 and it's still at $40. I'm like,
bro, it's not changing. You might as well
that's not
just
changing.
chalk it up.
You can hold my copy though. You can hold my copy if you want. I'll give you my copy.
Yeah, I'm better off doing that.
That's if your game's experience. It's an amazing game. But like, why they don't got online? Like, it's typical Nintendo thing. I would like for this to change with their next console. Because honestly, they got away with it with this console because they had like such a stellar lineup of games. And I'm not saying that's not important. I'm not saying that. but like it's mainly casuals buying the majority of Switch games overall, like mainly casuals. It's like, let's say if you want like that Call of Duty experience or like that Street Fighter 6 experience or whatever, honestly, you want any of that, you're going to really have to like up your online. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these games, a lot of the multiplayer games really require online or like some type of online component for you to sit there and be like, here you go, play with your kids or whatever, play with your friends on that shit. Like my friends have jobs, okay? And I don't have any kids. So, when I'm playing, typically they're probably not playing. And I'm not inviting my friend over, maybe on the weekend, maybe on some time, but I'm not inviting my friend over during the weekday to play Mario Wonder. Like, hey, Mir, let's come over here and play Mario Wonder. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, there's still stuff back on the GameCube era where people coming over and playing the game manually, but
they're still stuck in that era. And it has its place. But just give us the option to have it online. I just don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because the game looks really fun and it looks very like it looks different enough to show like, oh, okay, this is pretty dope.
Yeah.
But the fact that they didn't put like co-op online, it just throws it off a little bit.
And I want,
like you said, nobody's gonna always be around to do local, play.
Exactly.
So,
and I don't want to hear nothing about no kids don't play online because Minecraft exists. That other weird
Roblox.
Roblox. How you know about to say that? How did that? Fortnite. Exactly. Come on, kids are playing online, bro. Maybe they should be playing with strangers, but come on now, kids are playing online.
Oh yeah, I mean, the majority of the big games are online nowadays. It's like, come on, give it the times.
Right.
Yeah, Nintendo's always going to be like 3 steps behind.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where it's going to stick. So before we move on to the next thing, any last says for this topic?
Get your shit together, Nintendo. That's my last.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like Mario World on LSD.
It does. Like they're really going into the whole he's on drugs shit because he definitely on drugs at that.
He's turning into a fucking elephant now.
Yeah, he turned into an elephant. That man, he went down Kensington for those strums this time. That's what he went.
You know what would have been pretty dope? If they could have utilized Cappy. You know what I mean? For Odyssey.
Yeah, that would have been pretty dope.
That would have been pretty cool.
Pretty dope. I'm still thinking about the being on drugs though. That would have been dope.
And this comes out
mushrooms.
This comes out like what, October 20th?
I think October. That comes out in October.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it's something to look forward to. Me, no online co-op, so no buy.
Yeah, I wouldn't care too. Yeah, I wouldn't care too much about the online co-op. As far as like when I play it, because I'll be playing it single player anyway. So unless my kids want to play with me, but for the most part, it's Mario. My son will probably play with me. That's the furthest I'm going to get with local play. But for the most part, it's going to be single player for me. But I'll totally grab it for sure. It looks really fun. All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic, which is going to be Mortal Kombat 1 beta impressions. What do you guys think?
Has anyone else played it besides me?
No, I was about to say I don't think anybody, because it's a closed beta, right? I think you have to
pre-order. Yeah, you got to pre-order it.
Yeah,
now,
and I think the dates for the open beta was supposed to be was it this weekend?
It was just this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get a PC. We didn't get a PC beta, but we did. But I did manage to go to my friend's house and play it for a little bit. So I did play.
Consoles.
It's only for consoles, which is, by the way, the dumbest shit ever. I don't know why any game will fucking come out nowadays and not have a beta on PC. Like, what? Like, I get what they're doing. Mortal Kombat probably sells the most on consoles as opposed to a Street Fighter or Tekken. So that makes sense. So, that makes sense. That would just be a closed beta for PlayStation or Xbox and all that stuff. But from what I played, and even from what I've seen, I watch people play. I guess the combos are fine, but the main thing is, well, one, everyone hates the cameo thing. Apparently, that's insane to me. People hate that cameo fighter thing, the little tagging mechanic. They don't really like it too much.
Yeah.
I ain't really see nothing wrong with it too much, but could be wrong. But I don't know. Just everyone hates that. No one likes that. Another thing is that apparently no one likes how the way it's sluggish. It feels like really sluggish, like incredibly sluggish. I don't know. Have y'all seen the movement? Y'all seen the movement of the game, right?
Yeah.
I was about to say I've seen gameplay of it too.
Yeah. So like it look like you're like moving. And I shared that Instagram video in the group chat for a reason.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what it's like. So it's like somebody literally just like, he saw how his arms are action figure like and all robotic. That's literally how you move in that game. That's ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I saw a full screen ice ball with Sub-Zero. I can't even get to him in time to do the combo. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's like a pause in the combat.
Yes. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's not as fluid as you want it to be.
No, and so like, okay, so what's going on with that? Now, granted, season 1, the game can change. As Mortal Kombat 11, as Mortal Kombat X, they both did. The game can change midway, even in season 1, it could change. I just don't I'm trying to wonder if they're listening to like feedback. They had to have known that people didn't give a shit about the movement of 11. And so, like, granted, 11 still sold amazingly well. So maybe that's what they're listening to. They're like, oh, well, it sold well, so who the fuck cares? But like, no, from a competitive standpoint, that's ridiculous that you move that slow. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I'm watching it right now on the side, and I'm seeing like it looks like it's the combat is a little faster than 11 though.
Yeah, the combat in itself is definitely faster than 11. It's just the movement is the problem. The movement, and so like there's no run button, so you're not running.
Yeah, it's always been like the little
dash thing, right?
2-step thing that he does,
and I can see where they're going with that. They really don't want it to be unga bunga, hard knockdown in your face. They don't want it to be like a slugfest. They really want it to be like neutral, taking your time, actually thinking through it and everything. I get that. Trust me, I really do. I get that. You could just improve the movement a little bit. Just strange. Like, how was it? Have y'all played Injustice 2?
I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
One of Nick's favorite games.
Yeah.
Really? It's one of your favorite games, Nick?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How do you handle Starfire? Whatever. He was annoying.
He was whipping everybody's ass.
That's when I was actually really heavy into fighting games at that time, man.
Yeah. How would you rate Injustice 2 movement?
Probably like a 7 around there.
A 7?
Yeah.
It wasn't not too slow, not too fast.
It was like in the middle range. Yeah.
Okay. Right. It was in the middle.
Injustice feels like 11's fighting.
Yeah.
It was. To an extent, it wasn't like 11's fighting. But I mean, I don't know. That movement just got me. Like, honestly, the online modes are going to be good come launch day. No doubt WB is good at that. I'm a little worried about the PC version because, as you know, WB, Warner Bros. Don't really like the PC for some reason. I don't know. We always get the shittier version of their games. Yeah, but if the beta is anything to go by, honestly, the game's good. Characters are fun. Lee May is fun. The characters are fun. It's just that movement, man. You're really like, it's like, imagine if you had boots on, but was also in the mud, but was also weighed down by gravity, carrying a refrigerator. And somehow
carrying a refrigerator.
And somehow with boxing gloves on, and you're expected to fight for like 2 rounds and not stop. While that's happening, someone is throwing shit at you.
That's crazy.
That's how
is Mortal Kombat like known prone to like fixing their issues from when they had the betas out compared to like when it's like fully out to the public?
I don't think they had beta for X, but they did improve it later on down the line. A little too late down the line, but
I think they're pretty good at like maintenance control. They're pretty good at fixing whatever the problem is. I wouldn't say very quickly, but they do get it done eventually.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt Ed Boon has like a very prominent Twitter presence. He does. There's the combat cast, the people who handle the combat and all that stuff. They are on YouTube and on Twitter, I think. He's always talking with the he's always talking with the fans. He's always throwing out little hints here and there, letting them know what's going on with the game development and all that stuff. So he's in talks with the fans and what they probably would want. You know what I mean?
He listens.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. He listens. So like,
what?
But we'll see.
Yeah, I was about to say I did see. I don't know if anybody know about this YouTuber called Max Million. He does like fighting games, And I seen him had like a sit-in interview with some of the developers of Mortal Kombat 1. So, and he got to play a bit of it early access. So I'm sure like people like big platforms like that they can get like feedback from them and improve from there. From what I'm seeing, because he always critiques like fighting games and everything. So hopefully they take it in and improve.
Yeah.
I got a question. So when this game is completely out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, for as far as like the competitive online standpoint, do you think it'll overpower 6?
From an online competitive standpoint,
yeah,
probably not. Mortal Kombat is literally historically never overtaken Street Fighter in any capacity. I mean, it's always sold more than Street Fighter because more people play it. It's a more casual fighting game. It's not hard to get into. It's very very easy to get into. So it's always outsold It's always outsold Street Fighter. But even if you look at like, let's say Evo or the tournament settings and stuff like that, Street Fighter has way more tournament entrants than Mortal Kombat. Always. It's not even close. Like on Steam, Street Fighter was always more played. Online, Street Fighter always had more online presence. And
Street Fighter's more competitive as far as like the mechanics and everything. It's just exactly. more strict.
Yeah, like Mortal Kombat will always probably always be it as far as sales, because it has that brand recognition. Everyone plays it and people like it for the violence. So I mean that stuff. Now that has a really good story mode. But when it comes to like its lasting online presence and its lasting competitive presence, like it's always strong, but it's nowhere near. It's not touching Tekken. It's not touching Street Fighter. Oh, yeah. Hell, it's barely touching Marvel vs. Capcom. Like they don't get that many entrants. Like the online community is strong. Don't be wrong. It's a strong online presence, but it just doesn't touch like some of the big dogs. You know what I mean?
I definitely had no doubt that it wouldn't touch Street Fighter or Tekken or anything like that. I just wanted to get your guys' input on what you guys think about that.
Because they always like kill it off after like 2 years. That's like
the online, like nobody. I don't know too many people that play online Mortal Kombat. I always hear about Street Fighter or Tekken.
Exactly. Yeah. But they always like, oh, here's Combat Pack 1, Combat Pack 2. We're done. Nothing more. No, nothing else. Nothing more. Wait for Injustice 3. Stuff like that. Like
I see Mortal Kombat as like more of a at home play with your friends kind of co-op.
Yeah. But at least they give us the option to play online. Nintendo.
Right. I usually, like you guys said, like Tekken or Street Fighter or even like Guilty Gear, like that's like more of a tournament compared to Mortal Kombat from what I see. But yeah, it seemed like you said, it's like more of a somebody come over and play 2-player.
Yeah,
but we'll see what they do, especially when next year comes around, because that's when Tekken comes out and another
Like you look at the Evo numbers recently. Mortal Kombat 1's like a couple weeks away, but the Evo numbers are like only 500 entrants compared to like Tekken's 2,000, I think, and Street Fighter's 8,000, something like that. So people like granted, Street Fighter 6 has the advantage of being new. So that's that. Right. But like even on Street Fighter 5's bad days, it was still doing better than Mortal Kombat as far as Evo entrants. That's insane.
Interesting.
And I'm watching some of the beta too of Mortal Kombat. They have I didn't know it was like a Sub-Zero female version of them.
Yeah, it's Frost.
Yeah. Oh, that's always been a character?
Yeah, Frost is in 11.
Then 11, she was in Deception, she was in Deadly Alliance. She's been
damn. That character's old, bro.
No.
I never seen her before. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, no one really, I mean, I'm not going to say no one, but no one cared about 3D Mortal Kombat too much, except as hardcore fans. So,
right. Well, I can understand too, because like there's certain characters that like I don't play with enough to remember who they are or if they're even in the game. So
yeah,
exactly.
There's always just a handful of characters that a person plays with all the time, and then everybody else is like, who the fuck is that? I don't even remember them being in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like overall, this game seems pretty good. I like the graphics. Obviously, I like the combat styles. It's a little bit. It's much. I wouldn't say much, but it's a little bit faster than 11, which is kind of what I wanted. But it's not.
Right.
It's still not fast enough to where I wanted it. But they are progressing to make it look faster and stuff. And I just wanted that Mortal Kombat 9 speed, but we're not getting that back. Yeah, probably not. But I at first, when I first heard this game was coming out, I didn't know how to feel about the whole reboot thing about it. But I think they're doing pretty well with it so far. So we'll see how it goes. I don't remember when it's supposed to be released. You guys?
Like second week of September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, definitely probably check this one out.
I'll definitely check it out. Hey, this could be a fighting game we all get into. And stuff.
Yeah. The official release.
Well,
the official release is September 14th. What we got?
Okay.
I'm still waiting on that project though, but
Yeah, we still don't even got an announcement for that, right? The release date.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
So we'll be waiting for a minute on that one.
Probably get a beta by next year or something like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, at
All
least
right.
take your time. That's why I always say to all the developers out there. When you start rushing stuff, that's when starts getting terrible for the game.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please take your time is one thing, but at the same time, please don't let it be a Prime 4
Wow.
where it disappears and you don't hear from it for like 4
True,
years.
True. Can't get mad. That game been announced since I was 20 years old. I am now 26.
That's
Almost
crazy. Almost 27 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Project Eve. I mean, come on.
Aaron, I'm gonna let you take a hold of this one. This is for the we need the Evo 2023 recap.
Oh yeah. Surprisingly, I watched the Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom one, and the Tekken one. I think. Honestly, it was a good first showing for Street Fighter 6. As I said before, 8,000 entrants. My friend MJ got 375th place out of 8,000, which I guess is pretty good. That's better than me. I don't know, 8,000 people. What the fuck? I don't know if I would. Yeah, that's crazy. So Street Fighter 6 had the strongest presence there, no doubt. Tekken had a really good, strong presence as well. Had like I think 2,000, 3,000 entrants. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for a game that's like not dead, but just ain't supported at all. Like, I know you guys remember when that game came out. The fact to have even over 1,000 entrants is fucking amazing. Like that, like it had more interest than Mortal Kombat 11. Again, I want to stress that because
People are still playing that.
Yeah, remember Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel 3 came out in what, like me, Don, and Nick, we all was still in high school when that shit came out. Like even like I think just getting into high school and it's still had a strong presence. But like,
I'm about to say the lifespan that's pretty crazy. That's impressive.
It had more interest than Mortal Kombat 11, a game that came out 2019 or 8, whatever. Forgot what year it came out. It's definitely beyond 2018. I will say that. So that's crazy to me. But it was a pretty good tournament. People didn't like the fact that Marvel 3 had like. In the grand finals, it was literally just the same 3 characters because people are going to do what works. So it was Dante, Virgil, Zero on one team and Dante, Virgil, Zero on another team, and they were just doing the same combos over and over again. Y'all seen competitive Marvel 3, right? Y'all see how that goes. Just people doing like literally infinite ass combos that go on for 3,000 hits, and like once you get hit in the game, it's over. Put the controller down, you're done playing. Like
they're not gonna stop.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop. Like what? If you're not winning, you're not playing that game. That's the crazy part about it. And so
you can juggle tomorrow.
Like imagine somebody attacking from the front, causing their assist, they attack from the back. You gotta block both ways, try not to get crossed up, and it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. So people they use the most broken characters to get over each other. People didn't like it too much. That they wanted a bit more diversity in the grand finals, but these people are playing for money. They're playing for like literally thousands of dollars. They're not going to give a shit what you say. Like, what you want diversity? Go to a football game. Like, what? Get out here. You're not getting that. Exactly. So, it was the same for Tekken. I think it was the same for Tekken 7 too. 2 of the same fucking characters. Like, that's what happens at high level fighting games. Like, they don't care what the audience want to see. They're just like, oh, well, I'm going to use the best character in the game, and they'll give me the best chance of winning. Just
who they're comfortable with.
No, they was using Kunimitsu, the ninja girl. I can't remember if I got her name. Her. It was using her. Both of them were using her, and that's like ridiculous. Honestly,
Yeah, a lot of people online like to use her too. Yeah,
exactly. So it's like they just use her. And for Street Fighter, Street Fighter actually had a diverse like top 8 for the most part. There was no samey characters for the most of that, I believe. Yeah, it was a good time. I think this is a good year for fighting games overall. We had Mortal Kombat 1 coming out, Street Fighter 6 came out, Tekken 8 coming out soon. It just was a good year for fighting games in general.
Yeah, he wasn't lying about that. He wasn't lying about the viewer counts. It got the most views out of each event. Street Fighter 6? Yeah, Street Fighter 6 got 44,203K views.
Yeah, no,
it's the top popular fighting game.
Yeah, people watch Street Fighter. It was great. Like I said before, Mortal Kombat sells more, yes, because it sells to a casual audience and maybe some hardcore fighting game enthusiasts. Street Fighter, it's watched. People like seeing that shit. It's the mind games. As crazy as it is to admit, it's the mind game. Plus, people are people want to see who's going to stand chance for that $2 million that's coming up soon. That Capcom Pro Tour for $2 million and all that stuff. So I mean, that's incredible. $2 million just to win a fucking tournament. I mean, I wish I could waste my life like that, man. I'd be training every fucking day, but I ain't good enough like that.
Isn't that taking place in Vegas?
Yeah, taking place in Vegas. I believe in next year, Vegas. So there's that. I mean, if any of you guys want to try your luck and be set for life, get a flight out there and attend that tournament.
Yeah, I would never make it through the door.
I would never make it through the door.
It'll be nice if they were hosting the event in Philly. No,
I know, but we have events here in Philly, but nowhere on that level. And Capcom themselves
likes Philly. It's all right.
Yeah, no one likes Philly.
People from Philly don't even like Philly.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't. But that was pretty good. A nice little Evo tournament. Honestly, as Street Fighter 6 is as popular as it is now, people are loving it, claiming that it's better than 5 in every way. It's not, just that y'all know. Just it is what it is. It is what it is. So
those tournaments are pretty busy when it comes to those specific fighting games like Street Fighter and Tekken and stuff, because like you said, people love watching it. They love to just watch people's ass get beat, and then
Now, personally, me, I wouldn't go to Evo because it probably smells like ass in there. So
probably,
yeah,
just sweaty assholes everywhere.
Yeah, the sweaty ass people carrying a big ass controller in their book bag. And
maybe they have one of those giant ceiling fans like in Planet Fitnesses and stuff like that.
It just sprays deodorant as a mist.
Exactly. Yeah. They over wear deodorant. They get the little spray on themselves and ready to go. Like, bro, you smell.
The X-spray action.
So
it's actually X-spray action. Like, bro, you smell like a dragon fireball.
So what you're saying is the real challenge is fighting against that smell.
That's the real challenge. Fighting the character in the smell. If he wants to pop off against you and lift his underarms up, and you smell Liu Kang's bicycle kicks and all that shit. It's just
people use it as a tactic.
Yeah, that's a legitimate tactic. Look at Smash tournaments. Smash tournaments. Those guys, they smell like straight up bullshit. Like they smell horrible. Like they stink.
You walk in, damn, did they just put mulch on here?
So yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.
All right. So now I feel like we're gonna talk the most about this next topic. I got a few opinions of my own on this one. So we got some Switch 2 thoughts, or Switch Pro, whatever they're gonna call it, whatever the case may be. I wrote down some rumors and leaks that I've heard, and I've been watching and reading and whatnot. So for the first thing, I heard that there's rumor when the new Switch comes out, there's supposed to be 2 models that are going to come out, and one's going to be a cartridge model, and then the other one is going to be a digital model, just like the PlayStation and Xbox are doing. So again, all these are rumors. They could be wrong. It's just what we're hearing, so we figured we'd let everybody else know what we're hearing. It's supposed to be on the fourth quarter of next year.
So the fall then.
Yeah, something like that. Fall 2024. I heard they're trying to do something similar to like the PlayStation gimmicks, like maybe a VR or haptic feedback thing they're going to try to do. I heard they're going to try to fix their online services as far as like what we were talking about earlier. what Don said, like, if we're going to pay for an online service, why not have like discounts or free games that we can get from as we're paying that online services? Or maybe they'll have like their own kind of Game Pass version of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they'll have like true backwards compatibility. Maybe you can play some like DS games and stuff like native, not on the emulator. That would be pretty dope.
They go back to like the Wii era too. Like
exactly. That would be pretty dope if they do something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest things. Like they think that they're gonna do like PlayStation Plus, like a free games per month type thing, and stuff like that. The most thing I'm kind of confused about is why the whole two systems at once thing. So if you already have the game slot version, why don't you just? I mean, it's so thin as it is for a Switch to have the game slot. It's already digital at the same time because my OLED is the regular Switch, so it has a slot, and I can most of my games on there are digital anyway. So what's the real reason of having to have two separate Switch?
Nah, it's just probably just to charge you less, even as small as it is. A cartridge slot just probably
it costs nothing. It's so tiny. It's so tiny.
It probably costs literally fucking nothing, honestly. But it's just want to give people the option, just give people the option for that.
I'm also seeing that it's rumored to have this NVIDIA. I don't know what that is. It's like a fan system with a chip that they
okay.
Or RTX.
Oh, dude, you're talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA.
Yeah, that's the graphics card.
That's the graphics card. Yeah, NVIDIA already provides. I think it's NVIDIA and provided the parts for the Switch initially. They provided that, so it makes sense that Nintendo will go with them again. How powerful it will be? I'm safe bet. Honestly, will probably be about as strong as the Xbox One. Just Nintendo, they're cheap with it, man.
I was about to say, like, I don't see them going far with the components. Yeah.
Nah, they already charge you $300 for a console that takes less than $100 to make. So they're cheap. Exactly. So they're cheap with it. Again, the two model thing, that's just a safe. That's a safe. That's what I call a safe rumor. Is what they're all doing at Microsoft, PlayStation. So you just assume, Nintendo will follow suit. You know what I mean? So just as like a safe rumor to say, And so, my thoughts on it is just that, I would want something. I would at least want like PS4 Pro, at least in terms of power, like in terms of like capabilities. Maybe even a Series S, but maybe I'm asking for too much with the Series S. Maybe not. But I would want that. I would want that because as these games start taking more advantage of the PS5's power, the Xbox Series X's powers, developers aren't going to want to continue to downgrade their games to play on Switch. They're doing it now because the Switch has such a big install base, a big user base. So it doesn't make any sense not to put the game on there. But it can't be fun having to strip your game of all these features and effects and everything and modes. And,
yeah, exactly.
It can't be fun to be doing that every time. You know what I mean? What's called Hogwarts still isn't out on the Switch, right? It still isn't out.
It's still not. I don't even know if they're even going to put it on the Switch at this point because it's been so long.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They did a good job. They clearly had the current gen models
first.
First, and that's good. That's how you maximize your game. Then we're about the last gen model the other time. But it's like the Switch is it was anemic when it came out. It was weaker than Xbox One when it came out. It's basically a 360 plus. That's what it is. If you want to
pretty much,
clearer than power.
You couldn't put it any more clear.
Yeah, 360 plus. That's what it really is. And so Nintendo, going off of how they operate and how they do, they clearly want to make profit off of their consoles. And how you make profit off your consoles? Because you sell it for more than it actually costs to make it. So I don't see them going beyond Xbox One in terms of power. Xbox One components and Xbox One type power probably doesn't cost very much to make. Probably causes very minimum money that you make. So they'll get their money off of that. They'll sell you that little shitty ass membership, that little shitty ass online membership. They'll boost their games up to like what, $70. They said they wouldn't. They probably will. Tears of the Kingdom proved that Tears of the Kingdom proved that they can do that. Honestly, because Nintendo fanboys are stupid. But yeah, I mean that's what I think. Like they won't go beyond. That's why I want to determine power.
I feel like that they're trying to keep the whole like little compact and thin, part of the system.
Yeah.
That's a big no when it comes to having, more power, because you're not gonna fit all that shit in that little tiny thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So not only that they're trying to be cheap on everything, but the fact that they're trying to keep everything nice and slim and clean, it just doesn't work with having more power. So I don't know how much more power we're gonna get without the system actually being bulkier.
Right, exactly.
There's like no way.
Yeah, no, you're right. And like honestly, they're betting on people like not giving a shit about the power. Honestly, they're betting on like that because casuals won't really care about the power for the most part. They probably won't. Only us gamers would be like, hey, I don't want to play Astral Chain 2 at 30 frames per second. Make it 60, goddammit. Only we care about that.
Exactly. That's really what we need is 60 frames on like all the games. I want to be able to have the Switch and not worry about playing 30 frames like on all the games. Just make it all 60. I don't give a fuck about the graphics.
Right, exactly.
It's just like the PS5 did like a couple of years with the PS5. Like they made like the newer versions of the PS5 because they ran out of copper for it. They making the materials they're using now is like more cheaper. So it seems like they're trying to go that route of like trying to push out more quantity than quality. It seems like, but hopefully that's not the total case. But we'll see, because it's saying that it's like a flash storage and RAM that's for this new Switch.
Yes, and you speak of things, you brought up storage, man. They need to have a lot more than just some 32 gigabytes of storage.
Yeah, don't give us a fucking hard drive. Give us a SSD and a Switch. What are you guys waiting for? If you guys give us an SSD and a new Switch, man, the fucking loading time is cut down.
Yeah, I feel you, but you're not getting that. This is Nintendo we're talking about. And like they're fools not to do it. You would think they'd do it, but they're not getting that. You'll probably get base model 62 gigabytes, which is eaten up by 2 of their games, we're being honest. So there's that.
Bro, back then I used to play Fortnite on my Switch because it was like I was in bed playing it. And then the person I was playing with while they were playing on the system, the main console, they were already like almost landing and I was still in the fucking loading screen. Damn. Like that's how slow that shit is.
That it is. And like for games, the way games are going now, like in my PC, I have a pretty capable PC, but I don't have an SSD. And so a game like I was currently playing Dead Space Remake. I was playing that, and that really requires a SSD to load some of the more higher quality textures. My PC can run it completely fine. That's not the problem. It looks fucking good. It looks fucking phenomenal. But then I don't have an SSD, so it takes a while to load some of the more higher quality textures. And the way games are going in the direction nowadays, like, imagine GTA 6 without an SSD. You know what I mean?
That would be horrible.
That would be horrible.
It won't even boot up. It will just be stuck.
It won't even boot up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It won't even boot up. So, like, it's just, like, obviously there's going to be ways around it. But, like, can you really sit there and tell developers, hey, our system is weaker than that? We develop games for our system that's weaker than the other ones, Like, come on, like, you can honestly tell developers to do that? Like, you need more than 4 gigs of RAM. Obviously, you need a lot more than that. Like that, Nintendo needs to take like sizable steps with this next Switch.
16 gigs of RAM minimum should be just in everything.
Yeah,
really should.
In everything. That's
it. Really should. Like that should be minimum. Honestly, like 4 gigs is nothing. Like 4 gigs. Like 4 gigs in most cases is taken up by like the fucking
one
OS
game can go over like 8. Actually,
exactly.
Yeah.
People are barely getting by with 8 gigs of RAM.
I have 32 gigs of RAM in my PC. You know what I mean? Like that, and you're right. Like for example, I think Resident Evil 4 Remake requires 8 gigs just to look like amazing. So like a lot of the time it's eating up a lot. So like come on, what the fuck? But like again,
exactly.
But like I don't think Nintendo will go that far with it. Like Xbox One in terms of power, no solid state drive. 64 gigabytes max. Breath of the Wild, not but Tears of the Kingdom Definitive Edition. You'll get that. So what I mean,
the fucked up thing that keeps like getting me is that people like myself, I'm not gonna lie, end up still fucking buying this shit.
Of course, look at Pokemon. You see how fucking horrible that game was?
Yeah, I'm not getting no fucking DLC or anything for that. That shit. I haven't played the Pokemon game in so goddamn long. That shit just sitting in there collecting dust and digital dust.
Yeah, digital dust. I would like a Metroid Dread. It's like second one or a new Metroid. I would like that.
I'm good. I'm done with that.
What you mean? You said you liked it. But
oh no! I said I liked it. Yeah, I can't go back to going back to that all that shit, dude. It's a lot.
It's a lot. What?
No.
Do you guys think that the new Switch would be one full system, or do you think they're going to keep the Joy-Cons?
I think they're going to keep the Joy-Cons for sure.
Yeah, they're going to keep the Joy-Cons.
It's more of a selling point. You know what I mean? It's how they also get additional money on the side.
So yeah, exactly. So Nintendo, if you do end up listening, or somebody from Nintendo listens, if you do keep the Joy-Cons, we got to do something about the
Joy-Con drift.
With the drift.
Good luck.
Have to do something with that.
They're in court right now trying to tell the judge that it's somehow our fault that the drift is happening. Good luck.
Don't want to hear that shit. It just happens. I already changed like 4 controllers.
You see, but just by what you said, Aaron, that's already enough for them to say like, yeah, we're not going to proceed to do anything different with the next console because like we don't see that we're doing anything wrong. It's just you guys. You know what I mean? Like they're in denial.
What they're doing is using that drift as a way to get more income because we keep buying new fucking pieces and new Joy-Cons. Those $70, $80 Joy-Cons, whether it be on sale or not, we're still buying them because we need to.
And the shit costs as much as a fucking PS5 controller. Like, what? What the fuck's in there?
Yeah, exactly. What's in there? They're only charging for the NFC and the
right.
And the infrared.
Right.
What's in there?
And they have like they call it HD Rumble, but it's just fucking regular. It's like DualShock 2 Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't see what's so HD about it. Like what the fuck does that even mean? HD Rumble?
That doesn't make sense to me because it just feels like a fucking vibration, like my phone.
Exactly.
Are we looking in terms of increasing graphics though? I mean, since we talked about NVIDIA earlier.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be like what's the Switch?
We could do 2K. 2K is fine, right? Not 4K.
But you ain't getting 2K. You'll get 1080p. You'll be happy. You'll be happy about it.
So that's X for shit.
Well, I hope the battery life increases at that too. I know.
Yeah, most likely. But they didn't exactly. So if they want to keep it a handheld, they can't get too powerful. Or the battery life will be shit.
Yeah.
Because what if they follow the model of like something like the Steam Deck? Like they take tips from them of,
that would be smart if they did.
What do you think the MSRP might be? 300?
Yeah, 300. More like 350.
Man.
Starting out, 350 or 400.
And Nintendo's getting kind of pricey.
They are. I mean, look at the sales of their games.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's never going to go down.
Exactly. No, I mean, not even that. I'm talking about like, look what sells. People are willing to buy 2 versions of the same Pokemon game. Know how much money that is?
Yeah, good luck with emulating half those games. This is impossible.
Exactly. So
I'm telling you, Nintendo, to make this more advanced, just outside of making this just a Switch 2.0, why not make like a hologram screen like that? This new technology that's coming out now. Why not, add something like that? To give it a new look,
because that'll be more money that we're gonna have to pay, buy.
Bad enough, Nintendo will probably be like, "Oh, this version has 2 more gigs than the last version, $500."
It's not a significant difference. It's just like one tad change.
One tad change. $500, and you'll buy it. Why? Because I was about to say they'll always will buy their products. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
if we don't got Zelda, so, you'll buy it regardless.
Yeah,
So-
the Switch itself is not really powerful.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
Yeah, it has an NVIDIA custom Tegra processor.
Yeah, Tegra X1,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is like
4 gigs of
RAM.
which is nothing.
This is nothing. By
It's
the way,
really
it
nothing.
was
I don't know.
It was
Hopefully they
gonna-
can find
it
a
was
way to
gonna
make it
include-
lighter, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It-
because even when I was playing Metroid Dread, I was playing it for like hours and hours, and it's like after a while, it's just you're tired of holding it in your hand for that long. So I don't know. Maybe you can make it a little lighter for long playability. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if they make it lighter, then that you're losing the graphics and stuff because you can't have power and then have it lighter or thinner without because the internals will get too hot. They need some kind of venting better venting and stuff like that, and it's just gonna be all over the place.
well, if that's the case, if we can't get that right, then at least if you're gonna dock it, then can we at least see some improvements on the graphics? Then if you're gonna do that on TV.
Exactly.
I think
Just
that's not
this
too
something.
bad.
If we gotta sacrifice one thing, there should be improvements on the other thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
the screen itself should minimum 1080p. The
Yeah.
screen, just
Minimum.
right off the bat.
Right off the bat, to minimum 1080p at the very least, minimum 1080p.
And then
But-
the most, once you put it on the dock, it should go out to 4K at least.
at least
At this point in time, so much time has passed with as far as the quality. 4K is minimum at
the
this point.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's standard.
I remember I seen a mock-up of what it could possibly look like too, and a lot of people were speculating they might go like the Nintendo DS, like having the two screens again.
No.
I hope not.
I hope
fucking
not. Yeah, I
hope
hope not.
I don't know what was the angle back then, but
The angle was that fucking work. 'Cause that shit so almost as much. as
I
the
know,
PS2.
but it was odd. Like,
Bro,
Yeah, a lot of people liked it though. Be real.
quite honestly, from all the games that are on the Switch today, 99.8% of the time, I don't even use the touchscreen. So why the fuck do I need another screen?
That's true. That's true.
you can't even use the touchscreen if you're not in the game.
Yeah,
right? I mean, on the home
almost.
screen. Yeah, right?
Exactly. So most games that are being played today on the Switch almost never use the touchscreen.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
All right. So,
They need to utilize that feature more, at least if they make this new one. Something.
nah, I don't
Yeah,
see
more
them doing that
animated
because it
with
just
the
feels
screen.
like it'll be a lot more, I guess if you're playing a game, it's just like then you gotta stop the game, touch the whatever functionality that they have in the game, and then having to go back to playing it on the regular controls. I don't know. I just feel like this is doing way too much. If they're gonna
Yeah.
go ahead, Don.
Oh no, I was about to say because they can kind of do it like how with the PlayStation with the touchpad in the middle, how that control is, and like some games it's like interactive in that kind of way, so you don't have to really go too much off of the main controls.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
They better
I
keep
don't
the fucking OLED screen.
Nah. You gonna get that Switch 2 OLED.
You're gonna get that fake 720 OLED, the LED,
I feel like-
LCD, whatever.
I feel like we're speculating, and I feel like they're not even going to really present too much of a
You feel like what?
difference. I said we're speculating, but I feel like we're not going to get too much of a difference between the OLED and this next one. I just have a feeling.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nintendo is the master at giving you the least amount for the most.
That's what I'm saying.
They are the master of that.
Oh man,
I just feel that now. I just feel like it's not going to be as what we think. Our expectations are just like setting way off the grid, but I feel like it's just going to fail.
yeah, these are pretty far out rumors. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. So the next one would be I've heard some things about the 360 store shutting down. I'm not sure a lot of people even really care about it.
They care.
I know, but let me finish. I'm not sure. Like there's a half people that don't give a shit, and then there's people who actually still have it that still play it on there.
All right.
So, I mean, what I heard is that it's gonna close in 2024, but you can keep playing the old games that you have. So for those who still have Xbox 360 or still use that store, get your shit now before it's gone.
Oh, this is kind of what Aaron's been talking about. It's like you gotta stop buying the store, the digital.
Y'all see my
Yeah, but like that. How long is it, man? You talking about the 360's been out for like what, 3 decades now, man?
First of all, props to Microsoft, because Microsoft at least has done a good job at making sure backwards compatibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Is first and foremost. They've done a good job of that. You can get a good majority of them games off of like that Series X. So that's good, first of all.
Unlike the PlayStation 3, once you bought your shit digitally, that shit's gone. I can't play any of my games back.
Yeah, well, Don, you know how PlayStation is, man. Like, they don't care about, like, they don't care about you playing back.
They don't care about us. They don't care about us.
No, they just want to buy my products. That's it,
Yeah, buy my products. Buy this DualSense 5 or whatever and consume product. But that's so again, props to Microsoft and make sure that backwards compatibility is a must for their system in a lot of cases. So that's good. They've been taking that very seriously. But this is why emulation is important. I have a 360 emulator on my PC. So I'm cool. I'm good. I'll always have those games no matter what. But this just goes to show that a lot of times the stores, obviously I'm not expecting them to stay up forever. Obviously I'm not expecting that. I get it. These stores take money to keep up. Their servers don't stay up forever. Someone has to monitor them. It's yada yada. But I'm just at least improve your backwards compatibility options and store migrations and stuff. At least improve that. They're going to take it away.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo, when Nintendo took down the Wii U eShop store and the 3DS eShop store, they didn't have a replacement. You pretty much, if you wanted an NES game or Super Nintendo game or what have you, N64 game or whatever, you had to rent it. Remember, you don't own those games. You are renting them for $50 a year.
I wonder what's the process behind it, though. Like the reason why they feel like they need to take these stores down. I mean, is it to save money? You know what I mean? I'm
going to assume it's to save money.
Wait, so Aaron, you said they're renting the games. So when you do things digital, it's the same thing as you having your PC and you buying the games like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the Xbox thing, they're not saying like it's a whole horrible thing, because they're saying that you can still play the games because of what you said earlier, that they're really good at their backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Which isn't, so it's not really a bad thing that they're closing the old store.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, but like some games aren't supported by the backwards compatibility yet. Yeah. I mean, who knows how much they're going to improve it? Who knows? Microsoft all this doom and gloom and how we could never beat PlayStation and all this stuff.
He's like, they're not winning the competition at this very time.
But that's like one of the best things that Xbox has is the fact that they can go so far back with games.
They can
versus PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah.
They definitely do. They beat them. They definitely beat them as far as that. But and I don't know.
All they got. That's all they got.
Yeah, maybe the Activision, maybe them acquiring Activision took a lot more money out than we thought. You know what I mean? Maybe they could. We can't let's start cutting costs here and there, stuff like that. Who knows? But they are good on. They're good on that backwards compatibility for the most part. And I would like to see a lot more developers, or rather game console publishers to take that approach. Nintendo can learn a lot. Nintendo really could learn a lot. So can PlayStation. PlayStation can learn a lot. But I guess it's more like an end of an era. Because I think Phil Spencer came out with some statistics last time. I forgot when he did, but apparently a good amount of people were still using their Xbox 360s for Netflix, which is just wild to me. Don't you got 16 devices that can do that? Why are you watching Netflix on your 360? But
I think that was around the time where it was just easier to use Netflix. Around the time.
So I got some questions here that I'm reading. It says, can I still play my Xbox 360 games after July 2024? And it's yes. The other one is, what about multiplayer games via Xbox Network? Can I still play with my friends? Yes. Can I still buy and play Xbox backward compatible titles? There is no impact to purchasing or playing backwards compatible Xbox 360 titles after that time. So everything seems just like they're just shutting down that store as far as because they're not working on any updates for the older systems anymore. Yeah, so they're just pushing that out. And by this point, they're expecting you to already have a newer or close to new system,
Right.
enough to not have to worry about that, because you can still get the same shit on the newer systems.
Right. And their stores, they pretty much like merge their stores for the most part. Like, you buy something on the 360, it goes to like your Xbox One X, I think, or Series X. My bad. Yeah, Series X, I think. So like, they're good on. They've already merged the stores. They're just like done. They've already been done supporting the 360. But I guess they're just going to take out the 360 store, be like, all right, we don't got to support that no more, and yada. We're going to continue to improve our backwards compatibility, but as far as like buying stuff on the 360, you won't be able to do that. You have to either do it to the Series X or One X or whatever, whichever one you got.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, that pretty much goes to show, like, even though it's a hindrance when they don't have too many exclusives, but when they focus more on like second, third party games, more or less, it benefits them in the future because they don't have to worry about supporting the servers that's like older. So
yeah.
Exclusives.
So that's
Yeah, and like I said just earlier, again, at this point, you should already have either an Xbox One or a Series. So,
yeah, I agree, but who knows? No,
there's people who still have an Xbox 360 and can't afford it or can't get it or whatever the case may be. But I can't help you there.
I
I can't help you there. This is what's happening. You gotta try to find your way to move with the herd.
Right.
You can't stay behind because you'll get left.
Yeah.
So I want to move on to the last thing we're going to talk about. Now, I've been watching a lot of this, and it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new game that came out. Now,
did it already come out?
I think it did.
I think it did come out, actually.
Yeah. So what I'm looking at is Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight had a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like Dead by Daylight,
Yeah, and it's looking. It looks pretty good, actually.
It looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, like for what the game is.
Oh wow!
And it reminds me of those two. It's in that same range. So if you ever played and liked Friday the 13th or played Dead by Daylight, which we all have, you're gonna. Not you, but me and Don and Nick played it and stuff like that. So, you're gonna like this one, I think.
Right. Okay. All right. I mean, I always wanted to get into those games, but I just didn't see they always seem multiplayer focused first and foremost.
It's got decent ratings too on Steam.
Yeah. So this one you can play with. There's option to play with computers, so you don't have to play online. But it's heavily influenced to play online.
And who the fuck want to play with computers? They're going to find
exactly.
They're going to cheat.
Damn, those are pretty demanding. Wait, hold on. Minimum. Okay, never mind. I was about to say like the recommendation for like the if you're playing this on PC, it's like even just for graphics, you have to have a 3070 and higher.
It's pretty intense. The graphics are pretty intense, but like other than that, it looks pretty fun, especially if you grab a group of friends and play with it.
Right.
Play with them. It's a 5-player game. It's you, 4 of your friends. One person's the killer.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I'm also seeing like it's like a feature where you play as Leatherface, and he also has like assistants with him, and they also got it for you.
Yep, it's the whole family. So it's like the grandfather, the uncle, or whatever, the dad, the mom, and stuff like that. So they all help. Yeah. So you have not only just the players playing as Leatherface, but you have his assistants playing, like helping him catch you guys.
Right.
So it's a little bit more intense and a lot more technical than the usual Dead by Daylight, one person chasing you, try to escape type thing.
I was about to say it's probably like just one game mode, right? Probably.
So far that I've seen, I think is only one game mode. I haven't got too much into the detail as far as like what other game modes they are. I'm pretty sure there's going to be other ones, but there's this one setting where it's telling you the grandfather's like walking around or in a wheelchair or whatever, and you have to stay still for like a couple seconds to avoid detection by him, because then he'll scream and alert where you are at that point. and then you have to run from Leatherface. It's pretty crazy.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seemed pretty cool.
Yeah. So
yeah.
there's a lot of different mechanics and stuff to it, and I can see myself getting this. I wouldn't get it like now. I'll probably get it like when it's on sale or something. That's
it's
how I
like
usually do with these kind of games.
at this moment.
Yeah, I'll definitely probably get it on sale. But other than that, I think it looks pretty fun.
Oh yeah, good online game to play with your friends. And I'm seeing like the dad character. He has like the ability to hear through walls and like hyper, sensitive of seeing people that's like close by. So that's pretty interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
They all got like a special ability, of course. All the enemies.
Yep.
AMD, right? Yeah. At least on the CPU side of things, it actually requires a hefty amount of CPU.
That's what I'm saying. Like for a CPU, you need a Intel Core i7 10th generation.
I better go shopping.
But that's the recommendation. I mean, the minimum is like iCore 5 6th generation, and Ryzen 5 is like 1600. So that's you still can play it.
Yeah. It's just that you want the best experience possible.
But that's always a pain in the ass to get for like PC games, especially if you know how expensive parts can be.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, let me write this down. I wonder how much this is.
Is this made by the same people that made Dead by Daylight?
No, it's completely different. The studios that make this one, it says the publisher is different, but developers are Sumo Digital, from what I'm seeing.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Dead by Daylight was made by them though.
Right.
This is a different.
Yeah, that's somebody else. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Something interesting. I mean, I'll probably be a little interested in the game. Maybe. I'm just actually surprised that before I even knew this game was a thing, I was watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie, and so how about that?
Yeah. So Don, the developer you were thinking of for Dead by Daylight is called Behavioral Interactive Inc. That's the developer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Sumo Digital did like Sackboy, Crackdown 3, Sonic Team Racing.
Hold on, wait a minute. That's not a good resume, low key.
Rayman was great.
But Rayman was good, but Sonic Team Racing, what the fuck?
They did Forza Horizon, Hitman.
Those are good.
Let me see what else they got here. 2012, 2015. They did Disney Infinity. Looks like Xbox Fitness.
Yeah.
Xbox Fitness.
Yeah. There's a handful in here that I don't know. Oh, they did Split Second. That's a pretty good game.
To you.
I know that.
Yes, Sonic Superstar Tennis. Driver 76.
So it's not the best resume, but it's a resume.
It's a resume.
They do have a resume, and there's a handful of games here.
Would you rather prefer that or just somebody completely new and it could just be worse?
Right.
Yeah. Right. It sounds like they handle a lot of trade-off games like Rayman and like Hitman. Like those used to be part of a different studio and they sold them off to them. That's what it seems like. Like they just took them on.
Right.
They already left.
I mean, it's a decent game for, like Danny says, like $40. I mean, it's a decent game to play with friends and stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. I'm watching footage of it. It seems like pretty good multiplayer game.
Finally, a new game that's not 70.
Right. Well, I mean, it's on last gen consoles as well. So I mean, better not be fucking 70.
I mean, we got new console and last gen console games, and they're 70.
Which one? Who the fuck is doing that?
What game came out?
I think Immortals is going to be 70. I think, right?
That's crazy.
I think so, and that's both gen, right?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's
when are they doing that now?
Well, welcome to the gaming world. Yeah. might as well get used to it now. That's what it's going to be. $70.
It's going to soon go to 80 at some point.
Well, I'm surprised that Mirage is. I'm surprised Mirage is only $50, $60.
I'm not complaining. Yeah.
Yeah. Neither am I.
Man, look out there. I ain't even playing no Assassin's Creed game.
I'll be playing that shit.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll probably be playing that too.
PS6 is gonna be 100 for a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Watch, man. It will. Because, like, apparently, like, how much Last of Us Part 2 took to make? Like $250 million? That's insane.
Yeah.
Look how good it was, though.
It was worth it.
That one was worth it.
It was
Good.
worth it.
Definitely worth the wait.
I guess.
I don't know about 3 though, but
Watch, you gonna say the same shit. Prime 4 is gonna be $70 for Switch, and then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna buy that shit, and then you're gonna be contradicting yourself.
you're gonna be like,
That game was worth it. How many years was it in development for? How many years?
And then guess what? Me and Ramir is gonna be like, oh, that shit you talk about $70 games.
No worry. I'll make sure I tell Nick to bury this episode deep into the archives so you won't find me saying this. The last time you had me on record, what I mean? Y'all got me that time. I'm still not acknowledging it. I'm still not
That's why I said. So you better put that shit on repeat. You make sure that is highlighted.
Today, 4K 60 frames per second.
That shit was funny. But we're gonna stop there. Anybody have any last thoughts on this game?
nah.
I'll give it a try. If we want to play something together, I'll probably fucking.
Yeah, I was about to say this will be something good to play like around like October. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me personally, I think this will replace
Dead by
Dead by
Daylight.
Daylight.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Dead by Daylight for me.
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you guys want to get the game, I'll grab it too. We'll play it. Say
All
no
right,
more,
cool,
say
cool.
less.
How much is it again?
$40.
70?
$40.
40.
Oh, I was about to say. Ooh.
No,
Nice.
40.
Oh, wait.
40.
Is this? Do we know if this is cross-gen? Like, does it?
Yeah, I think it is cosplay.
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on, I got you right now.
It'd be weird if it wasn't, honestly.
Yeah, I know Dead by Daylight is.
Yes.
I just hope this.
It's
It
yes,
is
Don.
crossplay, yep.
It's highlighted. Yes, the Texas Chainsaw
Oh,
Massacre
okay.
game is crossplay.
Yep. So I'll be
Oh,
getting
that's
it.
good.
I'll be getting on the Steam Deck.
Cool.
What the hell?
Yeah, because I could just walk around with it. Stop playing.
Yep, you can play it on PC, PS5, Xbox Series, pretty much all platforms. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna close it off there.
All right.
I hope you guys liked the episode and like and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.